All right, what's up, guys? I got a recap for you today. It's been quite a while since we have put a recap up on the channel, up on our YouTube. So we're gonna start back up with that again. And as you guys know, that we will be streaming back on YouTube July 15th. So coming close to the date, and I will be ready to go. So really looking forward to that. I've been talking to a lot of you guys in chat that haven't spoken to in a little bit, so it's cool to catch up with you guys. I'm really excited to hop back on the mic on the live streams for you. Nick's excited as well, so that's something we're really looking forward to within the next month, guys. So a month from now, we'll be back live on YouTube. Really looking forward to it. So not a bad idea to throw up a recap for today. Plus, I made two trades today, some good learning lessons, so might as well put up a video. Just a quick funny story before I dive into the recap today. I'm not going to try to make it quick or anything just because it's the first one. So funny story, right? I put this on Twitter the other day, but not too many of you guys are following me on Twitter. You should, so I'm going to put the link for that in the description. You could go follow me after, go check it out. But basically what happened was the other day, and as you guys know, Velocity Trading here on the streams, we have people that tune in from all over the country. And not even just in America, in Europe too. I've been talking to some people that said that they were from Italy, England. So it's really cool to see that you guys are from different countries. Big shout out to you for tuning in. But I was driving, this was about 2 days ago, and I get pulled over. This is in my town where I live in New York. And I get pulled over for the dark tints on my back window. So I get, pulled over for that sometimes. It's understandable. So two officers, they come out and they come over to me. I'm giving them my license, registration, whatever it is. I kind of forgot what happened in the beginning, but then turns out after talking to this one officer for a little bit, it's such a small world, guys. It turns out that he has listened and tuned into the streams on YouTube. So I thought that was really cool story to share with you guys. That I get pulled over by this police officer, and no, I didn't get a ticket either, by the way. If he gave me a ticket, it would have been like, all right, whatever. But it was just really cool to see that, someone in my town that I haven't personally met has found us on YouTube and listening. So that's a pretty funny, small world kind of story, I guess, for you guys. So, right. Okay, so we'll do the recap now. Two trades today. One on Roku. What a beast on Roku. And then the other trade I took on Tesla, both long positions, got the calls. Coming into today, and these are options, by the way. I'm not buying the actual shares. I've been playing these off options, as you guys know. So, I came into today, and this morning, for the first hour or two, is just so choppy. As you guys could see, we weren't really. This is on the SPY here. We just weren't really doing anything. Just kind of chopping around, not one direction, just not really sure where it wants to go, kind of flat. And then towards the end of the day, we started moving higher, getting over that 285 mark, and then closing below it. So this is the SPY. Just to give you guys a just to show you. So that's that. So I came in, usually I was gonna look at Nvidia today, but I decided not to, because Roku really caught my attention, guys. Roku, just such a beast. Look at this. So daily chart here, 6 month. Now at $100 on Roku. I remember when this was, when it first came out, and even here it was under $20. So any of you guys that are holding that low, even if you caught it on this dip here back in at the market lows around Christmas time a few months ago. So just an insane move there on Roku. And the reason that I wanted to look at it today is because obviously we've been continuously breaking all-time highs, but not even that. We're coming up to $100, so that's a pretty big mark there. Never seen that before on this stock. Just continuing to move higher. A lot of hype around it right now. So it did close red on the day today, and I'm going to show you guys the trade that I took on it, and I'm going to tell you why. So normally I don't really trade Roku. I kind of just look at the same few stocks every day. People always ask me what I look at, and then I ask them, and then they tell me that they give me a watch list full of 15, 20 stocks. It's way too much. you really only need 3 or 4 max that you could look at every single day. What's the point of scrambling and looking around, through 20 different tickers, and you're just going through everything. It just sucks. And then you only have 3 or 4, and then you can concentrate, put all your focus on that. Saves you a lot of hard work and headaches. So just guys, just watch 3 or 4 stocks tops. Trade just those, look at how they move, and then maybe on exceptions, kind of like this one on Roku today. I lost on it, but something I wanted to give a try. So I'm up green on the week for May, that screen. So decided to try it out on Roku today, but let's get into the trade here. So 60-minute chart here, and we did break over 100 the prior day. So you see the 60-minute chart here. It's the top is at 102. Now, what I was looking for on Roku is that when I saw that this broke over this $100 mark, this line right here. I'm sorry, right here, this $100. I liked how once we got over it, we were holding. So we were holding for the rest of the day here after we got over it. This was on Wednesday, so yesterday we were holding over 100 even into after hours and then pre-market. And what I was looking for today, I wanted to see Roku continue now that it was over $100. I liked how it was holding. What I wanted to see Roku pull back into the $100 mark, kind of like a washout long, which ended up happening. I kind of jumped the gun a little too quick on it, but so you can see the I'll zoom in a little bit, and let's see. Okay, so the open right here, we start coming on down like I expected. I didn't really wait for any confirmation. I just got the calls on Roku. I got the 105s, so I got quite a bit of those right at $100. Right when we came down to it. I also saw the 200 MA here on the 5-minute, but didn't really hold up. So I'm just gonna try to pull up the. Let's see what's going on here, because I want to pull up the screen sketch so I can edit. So I can edit on this. I don't know why it's being a pain in the ass. Sorry about that. Okay. So, I just lost my train of thought there. All right, sorry. So I got the 105 calls Roku. I got in once we dipped down to 100. So pretty much right here, got in Roku calls. Now I really wanted to see this hold up. If it was to dip a little under, that would have been okay, which really happened. We ended up getting back over that mark and retracing pretty much the whole move, hitting a high day by like a few cents, and then just leveling off for the rest after that. So I got the calls here. Once they really started coming on down, especially with this candle right here, this red candle, I sold off most of my position. I just wanted to minimize the risk on it. I wasn't really trying to take too big of a loss on it, if I was to lose. So yeah, I cut out most of them once we got below the 50-cent mark, below 100, so 99.50. I got out most of them there. And at that point, I just kind of wanted to wait for it to pop back up, maybe at least try to get break even on it, sell at my entry. I could have added here at the bottom, but I really didn't want to have to add to a losing trade. So, just played it safe, kind of just held on to what I had. And after we got back down here, we got an hourly close, which ended up, getting us to pop all the way up. And I don't have it up on this chart right now. Something happened with it, so I have to configure the settings. But basically, this 20 MA, I don't know why it's over here. I have to fix that. But this morning when I had it put in right, the other 20 MA was pretty much holding right at that low here. So, and you could also see, guys, this is a 60-minute chart. You can see, we came back down here and we held this mark, previous 60-minute candles, and then once this one closed, we got the pop back up, and we closed here, moved again, high day, and then ultimately this 102 on the 60-minute is going to act as that resistance. So I'll show you guys where I took off the second part of the trade. This is starting to get a little long. I still got to go over Tesla. So like I said, I held through this, And once the hourly candle closed, we got the pop, and I pretty much just sold at my average. I think even just a few cents higher. So that's pretty much all I got out of it. I guess I could have held on to the rest a little longer than actually have profited on it, but as you know, I don't trade Roku every day. Just kind of a trade that I wanted to take a stab at. So I didn't even take that big of a loss on it. It was very, very minimal because I held on to the rest and then got out here for a smaller of a loss than I would have if I took everything out here. So that's the power of, not just panic selling, guys. It's a very good example. That's why I wanted to show you this loss here. Obviously, I'm not going to not show you, but it's a pretty good example. Don't just panic on big drops like these and sell your whole position at low a day. That happens all the time. I used to do that when I first started trading. So, it's just something unfortunate. You just have to learn over time. But it's just a good example I wanted to show you, right here. Well, not right here, but when I was selling, some of my position here for a loss just to minimize it, it's not like I was selling everything here at, low a day and then just taking, the biggest loss possible on it. I was playing it smart. Decided to stay patient on it. At the same time, I didn't even really see anything else because, like I just showed you earlier, the SPY was kind of just going sideways, so didn't really want to touch anything. I was okay with having just the one trade on Roku today with a small loss. But what ended up happening is Tesla, I ended up seeing that, a really nice opportunity on it. For me, it's more of a non-niche strategy, but I used to use this all the time on penny stocks, and just a strategy that I used to use a lot, but I don't really use it that much, but it ended up working out, and that's the trade that put me pretty much break even on the day. Yeah, I did have some green today, but I'm just gonna count it as a break even day. Nothing too crazy. It's not like it was a 4 or 5 figure day. So we'll go over Tesla. So I'm gonna pull up Tesla. Come on. So that was a trade on Roku, guys. Like I said, don't panic. Don't sell everything at once. That's really how you take big losses. Just maybe sell some, minimize your risk, wait for a pop, sell back, break even, maybe a little higher. So that's Roku, and I'll be watching it over the next. I'll be watching Roku over the next few days. I want to see what it does around this $100 mark, because usually when it breaks over 100, it's not just going to do that and dip back below. I would have liked to see it hold, which it was, but whatever. We'll move on to Tesla now. So daily chart Tesla, you guys can see this, just a giant flush. Pretty much just fell all the way from highs of 380. Now we're back at 205, so $180. Big move to the downside. So Tesla, it's not one of my main stocks that I watch every day, but I'll trade it sometimes on exception. So as you guys know, I've just been downtrending for so long here on Tesla, and I'll show you the trade on it today. Tesla had a really good day today, closed up about almost 5% and got over 210 earlier, so very good day on Tesla. With the kind of kicking myself because the calls that I had, I could have held on to some of them instead of just selling them all at once, but at that point in time it was starting to get a little late. I had to head out early, and just kind of wanted to be break even on the day, so could have held the rest, but I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain too much. So 5-minute chart, when I'm trading, when I'm going off scalps, I rarely look at the 1-minute chart for me. I'll show you the difference. So right now it's the 5-minute chart Tesla. I'll show you 1 minute. You can see it's just so much more noise. So when I'm trading, quick scalps, I'll be looking at the 5-minute, and then if it's a longer hold, I'll either look at the daily chart and the 60-minute, which is something like this. And definitely something you guys should look into, because you can call out a lot of moves here. Just like, for example, right here, you see 60-minute chart holding below this 207 mark, big flush down below. So it really I never really used the 60-minute. I started using it quite a bit ago, and I like it. So you don't have to use it, but it definitely takes out a lot of the noise and tells a good story. So we'll go over this trade now. All right, so Tesla here, pretty much same thing on this. I was actually looking at this coming into today. I had a plan on it, and at the start of the day, we were just below this 205 mark. We did get the pop up to 207, which was a mark that I wanted to get short off of, and I completely missed it. I think I was looking at Roku, so it's all good. But I missed this upper shadow here. Could have shorted that, but like I said, I missed it, and then ultimately it was just holding underneath 205. So at that point, I was honestly considering just grabbing the puts on it and just risking off of 205. I wasn't even going to let it go to high day. But at the same time, it was holding here at 202.5. So I kind of just decided to stay patient, especially after that one trade on Roku. I saw that Tesla, eventually got the big push here over high of day. And, once we came up to this resistance of 207, I liked how we were starting to hold it. And you guys can see here, this is why I like the 5-minute chart. A lot less noise than the 1 minute and just more clean. You guys can see for yourself. And let's draw it out here because this is a very, very good go-to setup. So this right here, guys, let's see. What color? We'll do this one. Right here, guys, this is the bull flag. You guys can see right there. The bull flag on Tesla, 5-minute. Come on. So, you got the big push here, the pull, and then the pennant, the triangle. You guys could draw it in. And I really liked how, even though they were wicking underneath on the 5-minute below that 207, I liked how they were closing above it. So it was a very, very low-risk entry for the calls. It's just something where, I see the setup and I just have to take the trade just because it's such low risk. I liked how we got the push. We were holding over this other high, the new high day. We were holding there, put in a very nice bull flag. So I decided to get in as low as I could near this 207. I actually even got filled below 207 here. It got, well, it's not exactly 207. It's like 207.30, but I got filled below it, I think at like 206.90 or 80. So I got a really, really low risk, great fill on the calls for this. And all I was really looking for was a push up to over high of day, which was the 209 mark. So, and that would have put me break even. And like I said, I could have held on to the rest, but kind of just got out. And I wouldn't have even really captured more. I would have captured $2 more on the stock tops max. So that's I'll show you guys where I got in. I got it on this candle right here, 1055. Like I said, I got it in the 90s. Excuse me. So bull flag, I got the 220 calls. They were pretty cheap at the time. 50 cents, got them at 50 cents, and sold some at 75 and like 76 up in there. And then they eventually went all the way up to I think like about $1.15. So I could have held on to a few more, and that would have given me a really nice green day because I had some decent size in it. But so right when I got in here at 1055. The next candle after that just shot up. I really liked that. We didn't break high day on it. We were very close, pretty much right there. And the next candle after that took us even higher. And I was just taking profit into this strength on this candle because at the same time, it already was up. It already was up about 5% at the time. I knew that it could have gone higher. But yet again, I got rid of it. But the SPY, I'll pull it up here. Just no direction at that time. Just, up. I think it's going to break out. Hits pre-market high. Dips. Goes back to pre-market low. Just in a chop fest. And then eventually gets over that 284. So during that time, there was really no direction on the SPY. And Tesla was already up. But, I do like Tesla for a, definitely for a bounce. Definitely for a bounce on Tesla. And that was like, I was really looking for that, maybe we can get to 220. That's what I was really looking for. Maybe even tomorrow. But, who knows? We'll see. There's a lot of heavy selling pressure for the past few weeks, as you guys can see. So, overall, that was the 2 trades for today. Longer recap than expected, but, my first recap in a while. So, Wanted to share as much as I could with you. And like I said, since I haven't talked to you guys in a while, May, pretty sure I already mentioned it, but that was a green month for me. And then June, we're only a few days in, but I've only traded 2 days so far in June. I traded on Tuesday, and then today I didn't trade on Monday or Wednesday. So I'm green on Tuesday, and then I'm green on today. Just very small, pretty much break even. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the recap. I'm really looking forward to coming back to streaming for all of you. So it's going to be very, very exciting. Nick's looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. You guys are. It's going to be awesome. If you guys aren't in the chat right now, feel free. The Discord, we have over 1,000 members in there. I'll put the invite link for that in the description. So we have the main chat for penny stock traders, and then we do have other tabs. We have an options tab, and that one we don't have as many traders in there, but I want more. I want more options traders in there. So that's pretty much it, guys. See you next recap. I'll see you in the room, whatever. And remember, in a month from now, we'll be back live on YouTube. So hopefully this helped. And that's it. Yeah. Peace.